It was a weekend of mixed feelings for Nigerian football, from Super Falcons' surprise loss to Australia, and of course the suspension of Ugo Ujoku, that's a Nigerian defender who will be missing 3 games in that same match because of what she did during the match, after replay shows that she actually made a contact with Australian player Kerr. And of course to the Super Eagles' labored victory over the Chadians, and Ogeyo Nazi picking up a silly red card in that game. Hello and welcome. I'm Cecilia Morgan. You're watching Sport this morning. Now let's take a look at the major headlines. Of course, we're starting with what's happening in Canada. The Super Falcons are in Vancouver for the make-or-break game against 2-time champions USA. And of course, for Edwin Okon, he's seeking the maximum points for a last chance to make it out of that group. And also on the program, how far can Brazil go without this man, tireless Neymar? But luckily for him, they got him fit and ready to go after a superb season with Barcelona. He continues from where he stopped, leading his team to a 2-1 win over Peru in Copa America, their first opening game of the season. Okay, also on the program is the NBA. And of course, we'll be talking LeBron James. What is happening to him? He got a triple-double again, the second in the series. But that was not enough to stop the Golden State Warriors from winning Game 5 in the NBA Finals. So for Steph Curry, he's just 1 game away from leading the Golden State Warriors to their first championship title in 40 years. Now, while the Super Falcons are optimistic of picking up all 3 points against the Americans, Abby Wambach and, of course, her teammates are actually looking for the perfect plan to stop them.
Very physical, fast team, and I think that they're gonna, for me, they're gonna play as hard as they can. They're fighting for their lives in this tournament, and I think I'm excited for the opportunity because I remember playing them in 2007 and being beaten up after the game because they were so strong and they're physically dominant. They could match you toe-to-toe. I think that we just need to stick to our game plan, stay organized as much as we possibly can, and I think we'll get some goals against them. Hopefully get something for the fans to cheer about.
Obviously getting 4 points out of the first 2 matches is good. We're still at the top of our group, but we always want to win. We want the 6 points. But we still put ourselves in a good spot, and we're going to be looking towards Nigeria now and getting those points and making sure we go out through the group number 1.
We haven't gone into specific talks about Nigeria yet. I know our coaching staff is going to put together a great plan for us, but we know that they're quick, fast, and athletic. We've seen them play in 2 other matches, and we know that they're a good squad. So, like I said, we're going to have to bring up our A game in that game.
The Super Falcons also, they have a perfect plan for that particular game. They know how important it is for them to get all 3 points and see how they can get out of the group. But if they don't get to win that game, well, it's another group stage crash for the Super Falcons. But that's not what Nigerians are expecting. Of course, they are really, really very optimistic of getting something out of that game. For the Americans, all they need is a draw or a win, and of course, they still get to top that group. Well, you can talk to us on Twitter and, of course, on Facebook. Do you think the Super Falcons really can beat the Americans? And, of course, if they really want to be safe without much permutation and all that, just qualify straight up without looking for 3rd place finish and all they need to do is just score 3 goals without conceding any. How can the Super Falcons do that? Is it a possibility for them to do that? Remember, the game is actually 1 a.m. on Wednesday morning, early hours of Wednesday morning. So you can just sleep a little bit, then wake up in the night like 12, and you get to see the Super Falcons play the Americans. It's going to be one of the toughest games of the group. People were looking at the game between USA and Sweden, but you know, their familiar foes, they've met 5 times now, 4 times in a row at the FIFA Women's World Cup. At the end of the day, it was goalless. So everyone is looking forward to this particular one. Another big game also was Norway and Germany. That one ended 1-1. So everyone is actually looking for this one. Can the Super Falcons at least get something out of this game, a draw or a win? But what will be safe for the Super Falcons is just for them to get all 3 points, score the 3 goals, don't concede any. We focus for the rest 95 minutes if possible. No loss of concentration of any kind, because there will be no excuse for them to actually lose that game. We'll see what's going to happen in that particular game. So it's Wednesday morning, 1 a.m. Nigerian time for the Super Falcons game. Tayo Salam joins me now. Tayo, good morning. Good morning. How was your weekend?
Yeah, great weekend, Cecilia. coming into the show, we're listening to Abi Wambach, and that's one player the Falcons really have to watch out for. When we talk about putting the ball in the back of the net, yes. There's no player better than her right now. Okay, you might mention Mata in Brazil and the Prince from Germany. But in terms of scoring consistently, Abi Wambach tops the table for me. So
she's played 30 games at the FIFA Women's World Cup. So if you look at that, I think
yeah, so she's very experienced, and she scores a lot of goals. She scored more than 100, well over 100 goals for the United States of America. So definitely the Nigerian defense has their work cut out in that very
and they're going to be missing one of their defenders already. Joko, she will be out 3 games banned for her. She was also fined for that tackle, you know, she gave in the game.
Yeah, so that's a minus for a defense that's already under pressure. You know, I'm sure a lot of pundits can easily point to that defense as one of the weak links in terms of the departments for the Super Falcons at this World Cup. We've not kept a clean sheet so far. 2 goals conceded against Australia in the last game. Another 3 against Sweden. Very horrible goals. Sloppy defending led to those goals against Sweden. So you wonder how they will cope against the United States side. A very
United team.
Incredible. And I don't know. We're going to do the permutation later.
We'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I don't want to get some headache. Let me get a headache tomorrow. So today we'll just relax and have fun. Because the permutation, it's something that is really...
Exactly. And Cecilia, right now we've got 1 point. The United States have 4 points. Australia have 2 points, and Sweden have... Australia have 3 points, actually, and Sweden have 2 points. Nigeria 1 point. So it tells you we need to get that win against the United States.
How many goals? 5.
To have any chance at all, it's going to be very difficult. And going into the tournament, Cecilia, we agreed here that we didn't expect the Falcons to pull up any threes at all in this competition. Okay, they plucked a couple of branches and leaves in that game against Sweden. Our hopes, you know, were raised a little bit, but then they were brought back down to earth. Now we can see what the situation is with this particular side, and we have to wish them good luck against the United States of America. They will need a minor miracle to come through that game.
Of course, good luck and belief, and of course optimism. Okay, now for Edwin Okon, you know, he's an incredible optimist. Let me use the word for him. Now he says all they need to do is to believe. Now let's put the defeat against Australia behind us and be focused on picking the maximum points against the USA. We can do it only if we believe. This is our last chance of qualifying from the group, and we have to make it count. So they have to make it count Wednesday early hours of the morning, 1 a.m. Just make it count and believe you can. Just believe in, and also know that the Americans, they are players like every other Nigerian players. But the fact is they have more experience than us. I mean, they've been to the semi-finals of every of the tournament. They were runner-up the last time. They've won it twice. They've scored close to more than 100 something goals in the tournament and all that. We know all the statistics, all the facts, but come on, the Super Falcons, once you believe, just know that they are also ladies like you, and you can.
Cecilia, you left out the most crucial one, which is the better prepared than Nigeria. We don't want to go back.
Thank you.
So we don't want to go back to it, but it's very clear they're better prepared than Nigeria. They're better side. And if we want to have a look at the historical perspective to it again, it's not a very good one. I hope the girls don't get carried away and don't get intimidated by that particular record. We've met them 3 times. They won all 3 games, the United States, and they've scored actually 13 goals. We've scored just 1. So it's not a very good one at all. Hopefully they don't go into that game thinking about the past. It has to be focus, has to be on the future.
On the field, yes. Just right now, what we are doing right now. Don't even look beyond the United States. Don't look what happened in the past. Just look at the game and we focus for that 93, 95 minutes. Brazilians were able to do it. I mean, it was a 1-1 draw. We felt, okay, it was going to end in a draw. 93rd minute, one substitute, talking about Douglas Costa, just came and he gave them, and of course they won it. So just be fully focused.
What's your point now? Are you comparing Brazil?
I'm not trying to. What I'm saying is that there's some team where you know you need this game. You need to win this. I mean, when you know that you really need to win, you put in all your best, every effort you've got, everything on your table, on your cards. Because you did it against Sweden. I mean, we never believed that, from 2 goals down, getting a draw. It was we felt, okay, it's going to end 3. So people had already started tweeting 3-2. That's the scoreline. When Francisco Aldega, gave us that one, it was just a draw. So when you focus for the rest of the game and just put your heart on it, and you get something out.
You're spot on, Cecilia, and Coach Edwin O'Cone, you said the right thing as well. There's no time to lick your wounds for too long, because you're going into this game against the United States knowing you need to win the game. So hopefully they can achieve that minor. Actually, I think it's a major miracle that will be needed.
Exactly, because he said
for the
minor.
Falcons.
I was wondering why minor.
Exactly,
it's a major one. 3 goals, don't consider any, and of course you're home.
Yeah. So yeah, good luck to the ladies in that particular match.
They won't need it. Okay, now let's talk about the Super Eagles. Of course, well, the labor, as the word I would use. If you like it, whether you like it or not, it's something that we expect. Okay, Chad. Okay, just Chad. 7-1, 6-1. We're even talking about what these boys from Nana Primary School in Delta State, when you want to beat someone, beat the person very well. But the Super Eagles couldn't do that. It was just 2 goals to nothing. And of course, Coach Stephen Cashin, well, he's talking tough right now. He believes that what he has seen with the players, they can go places. And of course, for Vicente, I may actually give kudos to some of the defenders, the new players that joined them. Williams, Ekong, it's someone everybody has been talking about what he brought into the team. I know people were feeling, okay, we don't really know this lad. But after that game on Saturday, I guess everyone, he will become a household name now for the Super Eagles. Let's just listen to Vincent here, and of course, Stephen Cashin. What do you have to say after the game against Chad?
The thing is that they played to instruction. They were very disciplined in their marking. They did what we trained in the training section. Although Willie is a very good player, when I've been watching him. So when the opportunity arrived to bring him in, we brought him in now. He's a very good player to addition to what we have on ground. We hope that we get more of that quality of a player into other departments in the team.
We defended as a team. We stayed, we had a structure, and the team did so well to keep to that structure. Kudos to Eko, Anderson, and every other new player that came in. Big up for them. But then we're going to continue building.